Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. We are the Mile High Property Brothers. Today, an urgent one, a super important one, but the top 3 reasons you should be buying right now.
All right, let's check it out, guys. What's up, guys? I'm Schmidt. This is my partner, Will Grimes. And if it's your first time checking out our channel, welcome. And while you're here, guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button because we drop a ton of content all week long telling you everything there is to know about moving to or living in the entire Denver, Colorado area.
100%. And we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado, which means as much as we love making these videos, we will love more to help you with those real estate needs. That number that's popping up below. We are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if we can help you, we would love to do that. But with that being said, let's dive right into it. 3 top reasons. There's a lot of reasons. We're trying to narrow it down the best we can for you guys, but 3 reasons you should be buying in Denver right now.
All right, now the top reason, or number 1, might not be your top. To me, it's my top. All of the other data and market and all that stuff aside, Denver is a cool freaking place. It's only getting cooler. It's popping. It's not even like touched how big it's gonna be. It still is very, very small. For being a big city, it's very small, but man, Denver is just such a great place.
People are friendly, like our food industry's coming up here, a lot of different things that you guys can do. We are right behind the old Opera House and the Buell Theater. You guys saw this from a video prior. When we talk about Denver just being so awesome and all the videos that we've done on this prior, this kind of caters to people that are moving anyway, right? Like you either have to move because your job is moving or you're trying to create a different opportunity for yourself in a place that's got great economics, or you can work remote and just by the pleasure of what you want to do, you have already decided that you're going to be moving. Where should you be going? Well, if you're already committed to that, if you've already been thinking about it, Denver's on your list, please go back and literally watch every single video we've ever had, especially at the Wolf Vlog tours in Denver and the surrounding areas as far as everything else that Denver has to offer, especially like the Highlands, Sunnyside, and some different cool areas.
On top of the food scene that is growing by the week, our art scene, not just performing arts like we're here, have here behind us, that's been popular in Denver for a while, but the straight up art scene. So we've always had the First Friday art walks in the Santa Fe area. That's always a very cool thing in Denver. But then once Rhino, the River North area popped up and that became a central art district, ever since then, you've been starting to see more and more art features and pop-ups and the whole neighborhoods devoted to art scenes come up all over Denver, and it just seems to be another one of those scenes that is just gaining popularity, and more people are coming to Colorado for that.
We've actually been following a company around that is from the Bay Area that is now here. We'll be doing a video on that very soon, but they've got like a pop-up Banksy display that's at one of the old castle buildings off of South Broadway, which is super cool. I don't want to go too far into it, but anytime you've got a company that's going to come in and refurbish old buildings that are historical, yet probably vacant or just not being used, and they create event space out of it, or art galleries and laser quests and different experiences out of it. How cool is that? Because man, it's tough, right? When you've got old historical buildings and they're not being used, but they're not necessarily it's like, man, you can't tear them down. They're historical, they're awesome, but no one's using them. This company comes in and does a ton of cool stuff. We're gonna be showing more content on that. As far as just these emergence experiences where you're submerged into 3D different things, and probably sounds like I'm on mushrooms. I'm on Curtis and 14th Street is what I'm on.
That's right.
However, it's going to be super fun. It's fun to talk about that stuff. But again, it just speaks to everything that Denver is becoming.
Now, point number 2 is how big the tech scene is getting out here. So the employment opportunities that we see for people that are in the software industry, just the tech industry overall, if you're part of a startup, man, there are so many opportunities that are out here. And I would say almost 50% of the people that reach out to us from this channel are in tech or startups or software in some way, shape, or form.
Correct. I think we've hit you guys a lot as far as just where Denver is evolving. We try to hit that in almost every single one of our videos. So let's move right along into number 2, which is going to be Inventory. Yes, Denver's had a 10% increase in inventory. Now, part of that is because of some other reasons that we'll get into, but a lot of it is just the ebb and flow season to season. And what I mean by that is when the early spring and summer starts approaching, people have their homes painted and the flowers are popping and the grass is green and they feel like, hey, my house looks great. It's warm. It's not a bunch of snow and people coming into my house with dirty shoes. This is a great time to sell. And kids are getting out of school. People want to go on vacation. So they feel, hey, we can get our house prepped and ready. We can go on vacation for a week. And while we're gone, we can sell our home, right? Awesome. So you're seeing more homes come on the market, but for the same reason, buyers, they slow down a little bit, and buyers are going on vacations with their kiddos, and they're taking a little bit of break from looking at homes. So believe it or not, the ebb and flow season to season, we hit this almost every single year. It's definitely been like this for the past 5. You get slightly increase of sellers on the market for that reason, but then you also have a slight decrease in the amount of buyers that are coming, which creates this gap as far as like, even though it's only a 10% increase in listings, contextually, it's actually more because you have less buyers that are competing, which creates this a little bit bigger gap for you guys to come out and be super assertive, take a look, dial some things in, and potentially have a great opportunity to land the home that you'd like without as much competition. All right, guys, finally, we're going to get into number 3. It's kind of a duel. But it's the same thing, but it's that Denver is in its infancy and you are going to be capitalizing on its equity, right? So infancy and equity. I want that to rhyme so bad it's not rhyming. We're going to leave it at that. You know what I mean?
It sounds good, though. It doesn't rhyme exactly, but it sounds
I feel like it's very theatrical.
You know, like, that's right. Fitting.
Very fitting for today.
Now, Will and I have been saying for probably about 6 years that we feel like Denver is very much like a SoCal in the early 90s, to where we haven't even scratched the surface. Despite how long Denver's been around, despite how long it's been popular, it's in its infancy of what it's actually going to be. So even if you feel like, you know, we're at the top of the market, even if you feel like home prices are higher in Denver than they've ever been, I promise you there's going to be a point in time in the not too distant future that you're going to look back and be like, man, I wish we purchased in Colorado in 2022 when it was so affordable. As crazy as that sounds. Correct.
And hey, what we're talking about too is specifically like the closer, more central you want to be to Denver, right? So because we also say like, hey, it's still in its infancy stage. Prices have increased 16% over the past 2 years, each year on average. And it's like, well, hey, is that only going to get more and more and more expensive and things are 12 million instead of 2 million? Not necessarily, but what we are saying is like, it's not just the prices that increase and you can capitalize on that equity, but it's also just the opportunity to have something that's close proximity. Almost like beach or oceanfront property.
It's true.
Yes, it increased. Yes, it got a ton more expensive if you're trying to live in Laguna Beach. No, we are not Laguna Beach prices, but for the sake of the comparison, there's only so much inventory that's oceanfront, right? So it's not just about prices at some point, it's also about opportunity. You guys have a great opportunity to not only capitalize with Denver's oceanfront property here, but it's also still at a pace where like it is affordable. It's not $12 million to live here, right? So in addition to that, we have a lot that's unincorporated. So if you guys are going out east toward Brighton, toward Bennett, down toward the Springs, in the southeast region, toward like the Southeast Aurora and the Castle Rocks, there's still plenty there that is unincorporated, it's still developing. So if it's not your thing to like live in the heart of Denver, please understand so many people moving here because of the economics, because of their career. You're gonna have equity in the Denver metro from Fort Collins to Colorado Springs for a very long time. The sooner you guys are here taking advantage of that, not only is Colorado badass and a lot of fun, see equity, it's the business side. It's putting your business hat on and saying, okay, not only can we enjoy a place like this, but we can capitalize and make sure we're making a good purchase financially.
Now, this list could go on and on and on, guys. We're going to keep it at these top 3. We're going to keep it lighthearted today because Denver, at the end of the day, it's a cool freaking place to live. There's a lot of things going for it. The quality of life here is amazing. The people that live here love it, which is kind of a rare thing, I feel. So, guys, if you haven't checked out Denver, if it's on your radar, if you're thinking about it, hit us up, give us a call. We're happy to dive into it a little bit with you.
And I have a soft spot. I wish we could talk about 16 on here. We'll get to more. We're also showing you guys some Denver hot spots, but I feel like we should throw them a number 4. Let's just give you one more. He doesn't even know what I'm talking about, but number 4 is Will and Eli.
That's right.
We're here. And yes, you probably don't want to hang out with us, but we are licensed brokers here in the state of Colorado. And just as much as we love making these videos, we would love more to help you guys with those real estate needs. It's that number that's popping back up below. We are the guys who answer the phone calls, text messages, and those emails. So if there is something we can help you with, we would love to do that. But until next video, you guys enjoy your week. We will see you very soon.
That's right. See you guys.